for another exciting episode 109 of Every Playlist Tells a Story. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Emily.
And today we got Lora. Say hello, Lora.
Hello, Lora.
Lora, she is the director, I'm sorry, of the
Executive
Victory.
Director.
You're general manager of the Victory Theater in my show.
In your show.
In my show, that's
okay.
right.
Okay, just for Jimmy today, the general manager.
General manager of the Victory Theater. Because it's always been called general manager of Victory Theater. How's things going at the Victory, Laura?
Things are going fantastic. Very busy.
Yes.
You guys
Yes,
have a
'cause-
lot of stuff
Ask
coming
everyone
up.
I work with.
Coming off a highly successful Eddie Griffin show last Saturday night.
It was amazing to see somebody that I've watched on TV since I was, in the early 90s and whatnot. To see him in the flesh. I was like, he looks exactly the way I thought he was going to look. I was really excited about it. And he was great. What a great show it was.
Yeah, everybody seemed happy. Did you get to meet him?
I said hello to him. I try to stay out of their path unless they want to be spoken to.
That's what they want.
Tell.
That's what they want from the building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, hello. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I get a picture?
Great. Yeah.
We start asking for selfies and all that when they're trying to focus on.
Very uncool.
Yeah. Trying to focus on their stage fright. Yeah. Coming up this episode, we have we're going to do a little Q&A with Laura. Now, I gave her the list of questions that I gave Emily's friend last, what was it, 2 weeks ago?
It might have been last week.
Was that last week?
No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're right.
We're going to go down
We
the
did
list.
trivia last week, so.
Yeah, and then we're going to get into Michael McDonald finally.
Today's the day. It's Michael McDonald Day.
Is Michael McDonald Day on
Everyone
episode
rejoice.
109. Yeah, we've been waiting forever, so it must be damn good, right? That's what everybody's saying.
Wow.
I mean, to tease this thing for a month almost.
Putting a lot of
Giving it
pressure
a
on me
whole
right
day.
now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's Michael McDonald. I mean, that's all there is to say.
Man, if we got time, we'll get into a top five. But I really feel the epic journey of Michael McDonald. I'm not sure what song it is yet. We're going to keep it a surprise. The epic journey is going to be very fruitful for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start out with the Q&A with Laura. Now, I gave Laura some questions.
Oh, Lord. Yes.
And she's thought about it a little bit. We could share what we said, if you need, a little inspiration, if you get stuck on something.
I might change my answers because I don't tend to remember things that I say.
Everything is fluid. Okay, the first question was, if a documentary, I say it that way, documentary of your life was done, who would you want to hire to narrate that story?
Okay, I actually meant to Google this answer because I have a specific voice in mind. I think that's what I chose. But it's the same lady that narrates The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Good Omens on Amazon Prime. Anyway, she's very kind of chipper and
I cannot think of who that is, but
You know who she's talking about?
It'd be perfect. It's like the perfect professional sounding but sarcastic storytelling type of voice.
Emily's going to look at that.
That's perfect for me.
Keep going.
Okay. Now, in that documentary, what song is playing during this documentary's
Frances
opening
McDormand.
credits?
Yes, I love
What's her name?
Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand?
McDormand.
McDormand.
Yeah. She's also from Fargo.
Yeah.
Greatest movie.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and
she's in everything.
3 Signs Outside the Town of
Yes.
Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
3 Billboards.
Okay, yeah, that's a good call.
Good call.
Yeah.
She is. That is very good. I like
Jimmy's
her
on
a
board
lot.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that I put a face to it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so opening, what song you picking to start your documentary of your life? What's in the opening credits?
I'm gonna choose "Still Alive" by oh man.
Not So Alive by Love and Rockets.
No,
that's a
it's
good one.
confusing because their name is similar to the title.
And it's not Alive by Pearl Jam.
It's
That's
not
another good
Alive
one.
by Pearl Jam.
Taking me back to that.
Still Feel by Half Alive. That's it.
Still Feel by Half Alive.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
Okay.
know that one.
it's a good one.
Gonna have to listen to
I'm
that.
writing that down because I want to have to check that one out too. Laura's a true child of the 90s.
I am. I'm gonna talk about music. You guys probably don't.
That's fine. Yeah. Educate us 80s children. Okay, so moving on. We got, what's the next question here? What's your favorite holiday and your least favorite holiday?
Ooh. Well, my favorite holiday is Christmas. I don't know, something about all the lights and the glitter.
You just broke Jimmy's heart.
Ugh.
No. I'm in a minority.
I just love it. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm. It is pretty.
Agreed.
It's very nice. Least favorite, Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's a good one.
What a stupid holiday. It just makes guys feel obligated to do stuff they don't want to, and ladies feel bad if they don't get it. It's
exactly.
Really weird.
Then lonely
feel that love
lonelier.
every day.
Definition of a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah, there's not enough Hallmark movies to fill that empty void.
Oh, yeah, there are.
Sorry. That's a topic for another episode.
We'll save that one.
Okay, what's your favorite of the 4 seasons?
Oh. I think I like fall best. I kind of like the changeover from summer to winter crisp. I don't know, it's nice.
The refreshing decline
Sweaters.
of summer.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Yep. Now Emily's already on board with you.
I am 100%. Comfort foods.
Sweater weather. Soup season.
Seriously.
A favorite childhood memory?
That one was really hard. I thought about that one a lot. I'm like,
I hope you had a favorite.
I got a lot of good memories. Or
Good.
whatever.
Okay,
like,
that's a good
Are we
answer.
talking about like a trip or
No,
just a moment or just, I don't know. That one's hard. Favorite childhood memory. Maybe not necessarily what you consider childhood, but I guess kind of. But like maybe my senior piano recital was like a moment for me. Yeah.
What was your choice of song?
Well, I had just come off of a big workup for the Guild performance. Like I would do that every year, and I prepared like 10 pieces.
Wow.
But yeah, I did 2 songs. The first one, I think, was the Moonlight Sonata, and then the second one, I think I did the theme from Schindler's List, actually.
Really?
It was really fun, yeah.
Do you still hone those skills today?
I am rusty. I am so rusty.
But you could pick it by
I bet it's
yourself
like-
back
Sure.
then.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
like
that's like
reading
riding a bike.
music is something you don't really lose. It's like reading words off a page.
Yeah, it's just,
that part is easy. But could I sit down and try to poke around and figure out a song? That would take me forever.
Right. Yeah. You just got to sharpen the knife up. The knife's
I
still
really,
available.
Yeah, I should.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to learn. I constantly pick guitar. I'm in the middle of The Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm getting those jazzy chords down.
Jazzy chords.
Yeah. I was in the middle of the Stairway to Heaven solo.
What? Why?
Just so I could go to the Guitar Center and annoy somebody.
Stop it.
I think they post signs that say you can't play that song.
There are literally signs up there now. Okay, so if you could only choose, if you could choose only one condiment to eat for the rest of your life, throw away the rest, which one would you choose?
Is nacho cheese a condiment?
Yes,
Yeah.
it most
Okay,
certainly
I'll
is.
choose that.
It's a good one.
So over ranch, over barbecue
yeah.
sauce.
I
Okay.
think cheese goes on everything.
Yeah.
It does.
You're right.
You can make it work.
100%.
If you were a ghost, how would you haunt the living?
That's a fun one.
I was reading through this list out loud with my boyfriend, and I started joking around about how I would be the one that would just like knock stuff over. Not because I'm angry or like a poltergeist or anything, but because I'm too nice of a person. I would never knock anything over in my living life, so.
Right.
So that's what you choose to do in
So
death.
I just knock stuff over. Yeah, that sounds fun.
I always wanted to do this.
Break something.
So you're a polite ghost.
Okay, what's your favorite cheesy joke?
All right, are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Ooh,
Ready?
this is exciting, yeah.
What did Tennessee? The same thing that Arkansas.
Oh, God.
Do you like it?
Yeah,
Good?
it took me a little bit because I was waiting for the
know.
rest of the
I was
joke.
too.
But there's a punchline.
Right, it's just the worst. It's a cheesy letdown.
Hey,
That's
hey,
what makes you
it's
chuckle.
the ones that make you laugh. That's the one you remember.
That's
What's one thing most people don't know about you? that you're willing to share?
Actually, I'm pretty much an open book, so I'm going to go with something that's really obscure. I hate red onions. I hate them.
Oh.
But are they really red?
They're not. They're purple.
Exactly.
It's a deceiving onion, which is why I call it the devil's onion.
It's the only onion I like.
It's what?
Yeah. I love it. I just bought a jar of pickled red onions, and I'm like putting them on everything. I love them so much.
I can't do it. And anything it touches, it contaminates. It's over for me.
It's very powerful. I've only liked onions for about a year now, but that's my favorite one.
Cooked onions. I'm all down for that.
Mm.
But
Yeah, like onion rings are cool.
cooked onion, sure.
Deep fried. Okay.
If it's a deep fried red onion, though, we're going to have words about it, because why?
What happens when you get that onion ring and you bite into it and it's just the onion that comes out? Does that disappoint you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'll take an extra bite of the breading just to make it work.
You see that purple
even it out?
skin
Yeah.
deep inside the
Don't look at it.
the
It's not
batter.
purple. It's
look
white.
at it.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't make eye contact with that skin.
And you just discovered onions? You just discovered onions?
Well, I've always hated them.
You've always hated them.
I didn't like them at all.
I can
Now you
understand
go
hating
straight
them.
for a red onion?
Yeah. I don't know what
Heavens.
happened, but I'm like all about them. I love them. Love them raw. Love them. I'm like, I don't know. They're great.
Yeah.
Little cucumber and onion with some ranch.
Oh, like the vinegar, or you eat them like raw
Pickled onions.
cucumber, pickled. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I mean, you know, onions always been around, but it's not my
Yeah.
favorite by no means.
I always would cook with onion powder, so I didn't have chunks of onion.
Okay.
So
It's a texture thing for a lot of
yeah,
people.
yeah.
For me, red onion is, I specifically despise that taste.
It's strong. Yeah.
Okay. What do you consider the ultimate comfort food?
Ultimate comfort food. Well, for me, it's a family recipe.
Okay.
My grandfather made his version of chicken and rice, which was basically
yum.
like a fajita chicken and rice.
Oh, nice.
But it was a soup. He cooked it all day long. I'd help him debone the chicken, like just.
A family
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
That's soul food to me.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
There you go. What's your top 5 all-time favorite movies currently?
This is really hard for me because I like so many movies that it's.
I mean, currently, what? Pick 5 songs, that you can never get tired of.
5 movies?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, well, I really like The King's Speech. That's a movie that I watch over and over again, almost like a comfort movie. Is that weird? I like the music. I like the tone. I don't know. I like
my
it a
wife
lot.
was a big fan of
I
that
like
one.
that one a lot. What else? I really enjoyed Pride and Prejudice, like Keira Knightley.
Oh, geez, you're right up.
What's his neck?
I like the original.
Matthew McFadden.
Yeah.
That was in my wife's DVD collection right next to King's Speech.
I've become a huge Matt McFadden fan now, especially since Succession. Have you guys watched that show at all?
I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't watched it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't ever ask me if I watched anything.
Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not good. YouTube and sports, I could talk your lingo, but outside of that, I'm no good. Okay, so there's 2.
There's 2. Sheesh.
You can do classic ones,
Gosh,
Any comedies that you're into?
comedies that let's see.
or the horror genre.
horror is
I don't watch horror movies.
You don't like scary movies?
That's a hard no for me. There's a whole culture around that I just don't get behind. The Departed, that's a great movie.
Jack Nicholson, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then DiCaprio.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
a lot
all
of
right.
good ones in that one.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. It's not really a savory topic, but I really enjoy the movie Spotlight. I just feel like that was a really well done movie.
I don't know that
You guys
one.
ever watch it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's see. It's got Rachel McAdams. It's got Mark Ruffalo. It's got.
Wow.
Why am I having a brain fart?
It's not a rom-com.
OG Batman.
Michael Keaton?
Yes, Michael Keaton.
Wow, you named it. I was going to go George Clooney.
It's an old school.
Yeah.
I love Michael
Anyway,
Keaton.
but they talk about the movie is about the Boston Globe and how they uncovered the Catholic
yes.
Church
Yes.
molestation, the big case, and it's all true, like the whole scenario. It's just a really
They brought the priest down to his level, where he belongs, kind of story.
It's got a good pace to it.
Okay.
Kind of like Moneyball. Moneyball's got a good pace to it.
And that's your next one?
I don't know that I'd add it. Well, I mean, I do really like that. See, it's really hard for me to choose movies because I like so many of them.
Yeah.
I kind of talk in movie quotes.
Okay.
I judge people's coolness based on how many quotes they get.
I'd fail.
Gotcha. I would fail quite a bit unless it's the Big Lebowski, right?
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, that's Emily's primo.
I love that movie.
That is a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not to like it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
One more.
Where am I? I just need one more.
We're at 4.
Clerks.
So hard.
Mallrats.
Oh, well, if we're going to go that route, I'll say Dogma.
Dogma, yes.
Dogma
very
was a good one.
Yep. Kevin Smith was on top of his game.
Thanks for that. You got me over the finish line with that.
There you go.
Kevin Smith, great stuff. All right, keep us rolling here. What we got left? We got 5 more. Name a scene from a movie that always makes you tear up.
Oh, man.
Would it be something in Pride and Prejudice?
No. Don't cry about that. No, I'll tell you what gets me every time. No matter how many times I watch it. I'd add this to my list. Forrest Gump. What a great movie, right?
Oh, which scene? Because I picked
Classic.
it also.
You did.
You picked Forrest Gump
I picked
as well?
a scene from
A
Forrest
scene?
Gump and on this
Is
question.
it where he asks after his child, like if he's normal or if he's... that he puts his hand up.
Okay, yeah.
God, it gets me every time.
Yeah. I'll buy it.
He can't even say it.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Aww.
No, my scene is when he's
Forrest.
talking to Jenny's tombstone. He's so spot, Jenny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same
So related
feel.
to his child,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the kid who had a sixth sense to him, right?
Yeah.
All right, so what is the most unusual item on your bucket list?
Okay, yeah, this is unusual. I'd really like to attend a topless beach someday. Not because I'm an exhibitionist or anything. I just
Something to do.
think it would sound relaxing to lay in the sun, uninhibited.
Oh, I'd be so worried about burns on certain areas.
Well, you know,
I just want to exist in nature. That's
pick a beach in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, like I don't have to be like the less people around, the better, honestly. But just a place where like I'm not going to get in trouble if I do that, or someone's not going to look at me like I'm a pervert.
Yeah, because most places you would.
Exactly.
What is the longest trip you've ever taken?
I had a planned response to that, which was going to be funny, but it's untrue. I was going to say peyote. Oh wait, you didn't mean that kind of trip. Just
Right.
No, probably the
Woke
longest.
up, I was eating grass like a cow in a farm field.
Yeah, exactly. That's not what you meant. My bad.
You may have been.
I took a very lengthy trip to Texas back in 2018. That was quite a long one.
What side of Texas were you on?
Well, I left Evansville. I met my sister in Missouri, and then we drove down to East Texas, which is where we collected my brother, and then we went to Houston. We were there for a few days, and then we drove, in one day, we drove from Houston all the way out to West Texas, and then turned around and drove back to East Texas in the same day.
Holy
and
cow.
then I drove back to Missouri, and then back to Evansville.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
Yeah, it was a big trip.
What was the round trip for leaving Houston back to Houston? How many hours are we talking?
Oh, we were on the road all day. We left at probably 6 or 7 a.m. I think we got back to East Texas by like 10 p.m.
Holy cow.
Crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, like we traversed the great state of Texas in a day.
Wow.
Was it Texas heat summertime? Or?
No, actually, it was
Okay,
in
good.
November, so it was
Good.
very mild and beautiful weather. It was
Yeah,
it was
at least
nice.
you had
good.
that.
Made it
Yeah.
better.
Okay, what was your first concert?
My first concert. Oh, this is
Yes.
exciting. My first concert was No Doubt as the headliner on the Tragic Kingdom tour. And
Oh, wow.
their openers were Lit and
Yeah.
the Black Eyed Peas. Before the Black Eyed Peas were like Fergie
Fergified.
and Will.i.am, they were like still kind of a reggae band.
Yeah, because that's
I
like
liked how they were
94,
original.
93.
That would have been
Tragic Kingdom, yeah.
Gosh, probably 96.
Oh, was it a little later? Okay.
I think so, maybe 96, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first, like, I went to an arena concert. Before that, it was, like,
And that was...
punk bands and stuff in East Texas and stuff like that.
Well, that, no doubt was... I mean, that was their first big mainstream album, because before that,
yeah,
they were
that was
kind
their
of ska,
second
weren't
album.
they?
Yeah, it was...
Okay.
Man, that was stellar.
Nice. All right. And then finally, name a song currently on your playlist. Any song. Pick a card. Any card.
Just any. Hold
yeah.
on. Let me look at my most
and something you listen to today.
Listen to thing.
Michael McDonald.
We'll get to that, Emily. Hold your horses.
Just kidding.
Something. What's Natural Born Killers by Highly Suspect. Natural Born Killer. That's the last thing I listened to.
Okay. There you go.
Highly Suspect.
There you go.
Highly Suspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's an older band, right? I'm trying to think. I've heard that name before.
What's older to you?
Well, I mean, Elvis. I mean,
okay.
It's from the 90s,
yeah.
right? It's from the 90s, millennial.
No, they're definitely a 2000s band.
I've heard them play something else. I mean, you're not talking Natural Born Killers soundtrack, right?
No.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson.
Highly Suspect. I'm going to check that. I'm going to find out what that song is and let you know. Because they were on my playlist at one point.
Highly Suspect?
Yes.
They're pretty good. They're from New York City.
Looks like around 2009.
Yeah, for a small moment, I had a little bit of hope that maybe punk rock still existed in a way. They kind of started out like that, and then they've evolved over the years, and I still love them. They're great.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, now it's the moment everybody's been waiting for.
Okay.
Been waiting weeks and weeks, sort of like the the next Star Wars movie. Emily, kick off.
All right.
The journey called Michael McDonald.
I know, and you keep saying I have a song, but I don't. I have background information on Michael McDonald, who he is, and why he's wonderful.
In a stalking kind of fashion, background information?
Maybe.
Social security number, date of birth, favorite color.
His phone number that he never answers.
I just think he's a pretty cool guy, and the more I read up on him, the more I was like, wow, this guy has just been all over the board.
Okay.
So we have Michael McDonald was born February 12th, 1952 in St. Louis, Missouri. He's been married to Amy Holland since 1983.
Nice.
So what a good man is he? He's been with his wife since 1983.
Top of his game.
I mean, that right there. His genres are listed as, are you ready? Blue-eyed soul, R&B, pop, rock, and yacht rock.
Well, he is blue-eyed.
Is blue-eyed soul an actual genre?
It is. It's white people that sing R&B. I looked it up. That's exactly what it is. It's like Hall & Oates fits into that category.
So not necessarily, you don't have to have the blue pigment.
No.
Okay.
No, it's just you have that soulful voice, and people, if they just hear you on the radio, they don't know who you are.
So if I get rickrolled, I'm really getting blue-eyed soul.
You're getting blue-eyed soul.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Okay. He's known for a soulful baritone singing style.
Absolutely.
So let's start with Steely Dan, because that's where he started. He began his career singing backup vocals with Steely Dan in 1974, the year I was born. He recalls in a 2016 interview, I literally threw my piano in the back of my Pinto and drove down to where they were rehearsing and auditioned. Remarkably, I got the gig, not because of my keyboard playing, but because I could sing all the high parts. I could tell that appealed to Donald Fagen, who is the lead singer, because I could sing like a girl. That's a quote by him.
Yeah, they were notorious for, like, they'll have a song and they'll bring in, like, a group of musicians to play the song, and then they'll let them go and bring in a totally different group of musicians to play the same damn song and figure out which group of musicians they want.
Really?
Yeah, there's never been a steady...
Wow.
It's like Steely Dan is two guys, and whoever
and
they
then
hire...
they choose. They're fickle.
Yeah, sort of like the Black Crowes currently.
Kind of like...
Not that I'm mad about that.
Dave Grohl. He was like that, too, whenever he was... Before he found Taylor Hawkins for his best friend and drummer, he he re-recorded a lot of what some of the drummers had done, and that's what's on the album is him playing drums, not the gentleman that was that thought they were playing drums.
That first album was just him.
The first one was just
him,
him,
right?
but that was like a grieving process. It wasn't actually like supposed to be what it is now.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be damned, I didn't know that. So it's just a demo
Because he just did it like in his basement, I think, or something. Or
I knew he did it himself, but I
old
didn't realize.
recording studio, something.
Okay. So he didn't mean for that to really get out there, but
But it
people
did.
liked it.
And then
You
he
can
was
always
like,
find a touring drummer. That's easier.
There you go.
Okay.
He continued to provide backing vocals for Steely Dan through their 1980 release, Gaucho. In 2006, he joined them on the band's summer tour, both as opening act and part of the band. Now, come on, you're a talent if that's what you're doing. You're just taking over the show.
That's true.
You're just taking it over.
Yeah, one thing Laura didn't realize, if we gave her the list of all the songs, Michael McDonald was the background singer on.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, well, mind
It would
blowing.
go on forever.
I mean, you've never seen a Family Guy episode where he hired Michael McDonald to like sing whatever he just said, to follow up what he said.
Somehow I
put
have
emphasis.
evaded this one episode.
Yeah.
We'll be
Yeah.
talking about that in a little bit. Now let's move on to the Doobie Brothers, because why not? McDonald was recorded by the rock band the Doobie Brothers in April of '75, initially as a temporary replacement for their lead vocalist Tom Johnston after he had become ill during a national tour. But his work with the band proved so successful that they decided to retain him as a full-time member. So good. They're like, we can't let this guy go.
Yeah, two totally different bands. The Tom Johnston version and then the Michael McDonald version. Different sound.
So did he take over his spot?
Well, as a member of the Doobie Brothers, McDonald sang lead vocals on some of the band's best-known songs, such as Taking It to the Streets. Do you know that song?
Yes.
It Keeps You Running. Do you not?
I think I do.
It's okay if you don't.
Taking it to the street.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
it right
okay,
there.
that's what I thought it was. Good. Yay.
Minute by Minute. Are you going to sing all of these?
Minute by minute, I keep holding on.
I would a Jjimmy version of Michael McDonald songs.
Todd likes it.
And the infamous What a Fool Believes.
The big hit, yeah.
The big hit.
That is it. You going to tell the story behind that one?
I don't. All I know is it became a #1 single in the U.S. and earned him a 1980 Grammy Award for Song of the Year, along with co-writer Kenny Loggins.
The Mary and Joseph of that gave birth to.
Amen.
They were there for Baby Jesus called Yacht Rock.
Tell the story.
Well, I'd heard that the band had broken up. They'd already called it Splits. And then that song became a #1 hit, and that forced them to have to reunite.
Really?
And promote
Get back
it.
together for the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're on their 50th anniversary tour right now.
Go figure.
Wild.
And he's touring with them.
That
I would love to see that.
that baby song saved the family.
Baby song. What a Fool Believes. At the same time, he appeared as a session vocalist and keyboardist for various artists, including Christopher Cross, Stephen Bishop, Jack Jones, Bonnie Raitt, the rock band Toto,
Of course.
in honor of Todd Dink, and Kenny Loggins. So he's got this magic touch.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted a piece of him back then.
Yeah, he's like Tinkerbell. He spreads that little pixie dust everywhere he goes.
He'd be cute as a little Tinkerbell.
With that
Flying
bush-
around with that big hair.
That big feathered white hair and the beard.
Oh, feathered hair.
Oh, yeah, he's
Take a
the king of
moment and
feathered
love
hair.
that.
That was really something, huh?
His, you don't know what he looks like because he's got so much hair going all over his head.
I mean, not so much nowadays.
No, not now, but
Yeah, he's cut that down, but man,
well,
the
he's older
70s,
now.
there's like two big waves of ocean feathered hair coming out right down the middle of that scalp.
along with the big beard and mustache.
Yeah,
and
it was two blue eyes for that soul music.
I wonder if it got hot under there, under all that hair.
Oh, it's hot. I mean, you hear him singing, don't you?
It contained the magic. Let's move on to his solo career. His first solo album was released in 1982 after the Doobie Brothers' first farewell tour. And as we just said, they're still touring. And this featured the hit, I Keep Forgetting,
which we just played for Lora.
Every Time You're Near.
And she immediately went into the lyrics for Regulate by Warren G. and Nate Dogg.
Yes.
He sampled. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
That's how you know
you
a
get
song
sampled,
is
that's
good.
a compliment.
If you get sampled,
Heck
that's amazing.
6 in the clip and 1 in the hole.
It's a
Nate Dogg's
jammer.
about to make somebody turn cold. 16 the clip and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make somebody turn cold. Sorry. I thought he shot
like a
10
poem
off.
now.
I thought he shot 10 off, but the 10 were still in the clip.
He continued to collaborate with artists during this period. He co-wrote, I did not know this, Van Halen's top 20 hit, I'll Wait. You
Yeah.
knew that?
Mm-hmm.
From their biggest selling album.
1984.
Yes. Yamo Be There, a duet with James Ingram, won the 27th annual Grammy for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals.
Yeah, cult classic. Yamo Be There. Cult classic.
You gotta hear
Look
that
it
one.
up. Look it
Yeah.
up.
Okay.
It'll get stuck in your head whether you like it or not.
I'm sure.
You won't like it.
But it'll still be stuck in your head.
You won't like it, but it'll be there.
Yamo Be There. Whenever you fall.
That's
Is that
pretty much
really
it.
what it sounds like?
Yeah.
Wow, well done, Jimmy.
That's a hook.
Patti LaBelle, Wang Chung, the Winans, Ray Charles, and Aretha Franklin were a few more names that he collaborated with.
Yeah, they have it.
All over the
Bell.
board. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had that song. Was it On
was like
My Own? Or
On my own.
that's it right there.
I don't remember the Michael McDonald part, but yeah, on my
Yeah,
own.
hers. Well, she was very memorable in that one for
Yeah.
sure.
I wonder what he did with Ray Charles. I have true regret in life that I never got to see Ray Charles.
I could have looked that up for you, but I'm sorry.
Did
I
you have a
not.
chance to, though?
No.
I never had a chance. Yeah.
No, but I wish I could have.
Yeah, my regret was Waylon Jennings. I had a chance to see him. And
Really?
didn't do it. I was like, damn it.
My regret was Def Leppard before Steve Clark OD'd and died.
Oh, the Stereo Tour?
Yeah.
You
I
didn't-
wanted to go, but my mom said I was too young. They were at Robert Stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I went to Bon Jovi and all those other ones. I think she was just mad at me maybe that day.
No.
And then after he died, I was like, it's because of you I will never see the original lineup. And I've held that against her ever since.
To this day.
To this day.
I was, yeah, I had a chance to see
Damn you,
it.
Steve Clark.
I missed out on Iron Maiden at Metzger Amphitheater
Oh.
for the longest time, but I finally got to see Iron Maiden. I was happy about that.
Good deal. Where'd you see him? Here?
I saw him at Ozfest.
Ozfest.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ozzy was sick, so Black Sabbath did not take the stage, so Iron Maiden played a longer set.
No.
And
Oh,
they
that's good.
They let like
Wow.
people that get refunds because they're the headliner,
Mhm.
so all the empty seats, I was able to go right up front.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Yeah. Me and my nephew, we were digging it. We were just.
Like if the show still happened, I wouldn't refund my tickets. I'd still be there. People just wanted to see Ozzy.
Well, you think about it. You're there all day for the metal acts,
Yeah.
and then you hear that Black Sabbath is not happening. So it's like, oh, I'll just get my money back. You know, 'cause I saw most of the day.
Oh,
You know how
okay,
that
I got
works?
it now.
Because it wasn't. I don't think it was announced until like the middle of the day or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Okay,
are
that
ugly
makes
when
sense
that
then.
happens.
Yeah, but not a lot of people left.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Just
still a
enough
ton of-
that you got to
Just
move
enough to
forward.
where Calvin is right there. Go there. You know, no.
That's awesome. All right. In 1985, he released the hit "Sweet Freedom." That's my favorite song.
Now
by
this,
him.
if there had to be a song, it'd be this, right?
It's
Yeah.
it's
now,
fantastic.
now, when did you first discover this song?
When the music video came out back in the day, because Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines and their shenanigans in it.
What was the movie?
Running Scared.
Running Scared.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember the
So-
video. Never saw the movie.
I think it was more of my sister and I sort of made fun of the song back then. But now I've grown to absolutely love it, and it's still, when it comes on, I have to giggle because we had such a good time listening to it and just singing like Michael McDonald. And
The spirit of life.
you put it on, and you're gonna dance. I don't care if you dance or not; you will wiggle in some sense. You
Little
will.
boogie woogie.
I'm pretty sure that was the Wiki song of the day. No question. No question.
I need to start following that wiki song of the day. It's funny you say that.
What are they saying that high note? I
Shine,
never
sweet
understood
freedom,
it.
shine the light on me.
Is that it?
I think so. That's what I sing. I've never looked the lyrics up. Are you looking them up?
I'm looking up. Shine, sweet freedom, shine a light on me. You
Is
are
that
the
what
magic. You're right where I want to be. That's it.
You
Shine,
are the
sweet
magic.
freedom, shine a light on me. There you go. Okay.
I mean, how happy is that? Come on.
Shine, sweet freedom, shine a light on me.
It's pretty much spot on right there. Keep going. No?
You are the magic. You're right where I want to be. All right, I'm done.
Oh, God, I'm so happy that's
I'm not
going to
going
be
to
on this
consume
podcast.
this as my ridiculous Michael McDonald.
It was the last top 10 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for him. So,
Really?
Yeah.
That was the last one, 85.
yeah, that's what it says.
Okay.
He joined the New York Rock and Soul Review, which is put together by Steely Dan's lead vocalist Donald Fagen and featured other artists such as Boz Scaggs of Yacht Rock fame
Coolest name in
and
rock.
Phoebe Snow. Yeah, you do love some Boz.
Now, Phoebe Snow, what does she sing? Because I ran across that name
I don't know.
before.
I couldn't even tell you.
I don't know.
I know her name. I feel like I can see the cover of one of her albums, but I used to work in a music store.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I might
All right.
even be thinking of a Whitney Houston cover. I'm just kidding. I don't know. And then, let's see. In 99, I did not know this. McDonald recorded the song Eyes of a Child for South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. So he goes everywhere. I mean, there's no
escape from him.
He's touched everything.
And that's,
He has.
that that could get somebody thrown in jail.
Not Michael. People want to be touched by him. So.
Not me. Not me.
Stop it. And he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the Doobie Brothers in 2020. So now I have a couple of fun facts. He doesn't mind being a punchline. This goes to your Family Guy.
Yeah, okay.
From the 40-Year-Old Virgin to Family Guy, comedy writers love using McDonald's recognizable voice and look as a gag. In 2014, the singer told Rolling Stone, mostly everything I've heard was pretty hilarious, and of course, I've heard every bit of it because of my kids. Whether I like it or not, I was going to hear it. I told my son one time, when your music becomes less relevant, your pathetic comic value might come in handy. So he's got a good sense about him. He doesn't take himself too seriously because, you know what? He's looking at all those Grammys and all those songs, and
He's had
He
this
did it.
success.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking at all those royalties in the bank going.
Exactly. He's active on social media. Another fun fact, he actually does his own Facebook page.
Wow.
There's a viral TikTok right now of this young girl. She's, I don't even know. I don't know how old kids are usually, about 11 or 12. And her dad said, do you want to go see Michael McDonald tonight? And she got really excited. And so they have like clips of her at the show. She's singing. She's shouting out, I love you, Michael. And then people are looking at her and she goes, but I do.
But I do.
And so at the end of the night, someone gave her a poster. It was I think it was his 50th anniversary. And she got it autographed. And she got to meet him. And she said, you told me thank you. Because he walked past and was saying thank you to the crowd. And she took it that he said it to her directly. And so he actually posted that TikTok on his page. So I think that's pretty impressive.
That's cool.
So yeah. And that's my Michael McDonald history. That's what we waited for 3 weeks.
Well done.
Well done. Yes, very nice.
I mean, and he's an artist too. I didn't mention that part, but he's an actual artist.
Like a painter.
Painter.
Okay.
Yeah. What I saw, that's why I didn't put it in there. It wasn't all that impressive, but he's Michael McDonald, so he can do whatever he wants. And if he ever listens to this podcast, he was a very good artist.
I completely forgot about that 40-year-old version where Paul Rudd just completely just flips.
Yamo be there?
Yeah, he just completely blows it. He's just tired of listening to that DVD over and over and over.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to dedicate today, July 5th. I know we probably shouldn't say a date on the podcast, as Michael McDonald Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's good.
There you have it.
Very nice.
Now I'm done with Michael.
All right. Now we can move on from
No
this
more
whole
yacht
rock.
No more yacht
We're
rock.
ready to sail the boat a different direction.
You started the yacht rock.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was a thing until he mentioned it to me the other night. at a show, and I was like, what? There's a, okay, all right. Well, I mean, I could see that.
Did you listen to any of the songs and see if you recognize them, or probably not?
I mean...
You never knew yacht rock existed?
Not as a genre. As a,
okay.
Finding a lot of people don't.
Genre.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it was totally started by a YouTube video in like 2005. Because I was just like, it was never called yacht rock when I was a kid. Sort of like, hair band metal. They weren't called hair. It wasn't called hair metal when I was in the live in the 80s. It was just rock.
Well, kids these days, they refer to that type of rock from the 80s as dad rock.
Oh, wow.
It's
Is
dad
it
rock
really?
now.
Dad rock, yeah.
Okay.
When the kids opened for Hairball, I was like, you can't play any of their songs. And they were like, what do they play? And I started to list off, what they played. And they're like, so no dad rock. And I'm like, sure, yeah, that.
Dad rock.
Yeah, no, and I've had, I got a brother-in-law who's in a band in Wisconsin. I guess he'd be a brother-in-law, but he says, yeah, dad rock is a thing. It was like he was the first one to tell me about it.
There's also dude rock.
What's dude rock? What's the
dude
difference?
Dude rock is like the 90s rock music, type of stuff.
Anything like Creed, Pearl Jam,
Wilco, all those types of good things.
Okay. Now, the heavier stuff, too, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, fall in that?
Yeah, dude
Rage.
rock, I guess. Dude rock, yeah.
Okay.
Alternative, grungy stuff. They're not into it, I guess, even though they're wearing our clothes from the 90s. Have you noticed that?
Oh, God, yeah.
What would Kurt Cobain say about that?
Posers,
He'd probably shoot himself.
I mean, he hated, yeah, there you go.
Wow.
There we go.
I said that.
Yes.
I whispered it gently.
As the skies darken.
Is it too soon still?
It's always too soon.
It's always too soon for that one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I cried that day.
Yeah.
I remember where I was when I heard it. I was living in Florida, and it just came across the radio. I was just like...
It was devastating.
Same for Lane Staley with me. I heard it on the radio, and it immediately started to rain. And then they played "Rain When I Die," and I just cried in my car, like
that was
baby.
That's a big loss too.
Yeah. Okay, so what else we got to talk about this week?
Fireworks, 4th of July.
Oh yeah.
What'd everybody do on 4th of July?
Yeah, we're recording on the 5th, so I was downtown. I was at the riverfront. Till Nola fell asleep about 7 minutes in. We're like, well, it'll be over by the time we get back to the car. So let's just start that way, and then we'll be shooting at our bags. What about you?
Did you partake from the food trucks?
We went to Damsels and ate before we went
down.
Okay.
The food trucks were getting slaughtered.
Yeah, they get slammed.
Were they?
Slammed.
Yeah, they get slammed.
Were you downtown as well?
Yes. Me and my kids, we used to go to the fireworks a lot because I lived downtown. But now that we live, on a different side of town, my boyfriend and his kid, they hadn't been to fireworks since he was 4. I was like, let's take it easy this year. There's no reason to do a big cookout, party, all that stuff. Let's just have a nice, lazy day and then go watch the fireworks. And they were like, okay, great.
Yeah, I was down by Court Street. Nice. I was closer to the casino side of it. You're probably at the other end.
We were by the pagoda,
Yeah. Museum side.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
No bad view.
Yeah.
The show was great, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They always do it good. They bring the barge out and light up the river.
Very good. My sister has a friend, their neighborhood does fireworks. And it's like this guy plans it half the year. And they spend, I think, like $6,000 on fireworks. The neighborhood does.
He's raising all the former sofa businesses or State Line Fireworks businesses this time of year.
But he plans it all out to music, and it was 80s theme.
Okay.
And so it was amazing. But they had food trucks there. It was the north side of Evansville. They had food trucks. The neighborhood was it was almost like a TV neighborhood. Like, it did not seem like a real place because there was just so many people out, and everybody was all getting along, having a good time. And I'm not used to neighborhoods where everybody is involved. So it was really nice. Yeah, it was very cool. Yeah. And so we watched the show, and every song was like a finale. Like, there were so many fireworks. They did Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, White Snake, Here I Go Again, which is my theme song. Who else we had? I think there were some Scorpions, and it was good.
What Scorpion song they
I
picked?
can't remember. I should have written it down. I think it was. I think it was.
Like a hurricane.
But, you're in the moment, and you're just like, this is fantastic. It's like we were watching it over a cornfield in southern Indiana. It was just so Midwestern, and I loved it.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Probably, I don't know. The music's for everybody. They play downtown.
I didn't hear any music.
Really?
No Lee Greenwood?
I didn't hear
Oh,
any
man,
music.
there's speakers on that side down close to the casino, Old National Bank. Oh, it was loud.
Ah.
It had speakers everywhere.
Interesting.
Did they play Lee Greenwood, though? Or is that song canceled now? I feel like it was canceled a while back, but...
They may have when we walked away. Because we were,
Yeah.
But
Oh, that's right.
I did not hear that song one time. We were there for 2 hours.
They get me emotional. That one does. Proud to be American.
Is that the one? Yeah.
No, it just seems like that song's always played. So.
Yeah, should be. I mean, it's traditional. That and Katy Perry's Fireworks.
Didn't she sing that over for like the King's coronation? Or she sang something about the 4th of July.
No, hold on. I gotta look now.
I
Cause
feel like there was something
It
about
wasn't
that.
Roar. She didn't sing Roar.
Does she say anything about the 4th of July in that song? She said something about the 4th of July in one of her lyrics in her songs, and then they're just like...
Just to stick that knife in that she's an American.
I don't think it was thought through.
Okay.
Okay, but that's, yeah.
Roar and Firework.
Oh, really? Oh, Lord. All right.
Wow.
Okay, so that's going to wrap up another episode of Every Playlist Tells a Story. Laura, thank you for coming out and
Thanks for having me.
sharing a little bit of your life with us.
It was awesome to meet you.
And Emily, thank you for finally delivering on the magic of Michael McDonald.
Hey, I'm done for the rest of the year.
Okay.
It's quite the education.
All right. Yeah, this is the pinnacle of our podcast careers. Is that what we're saying?
Are you going to
You
sing
just
us out
witnessed it.
for Michael McDonald Day?
Well, I came up with the idea during the Yacht Rock Challenge that Michael McDonald should redo the AC/DC Back in Black album.
It would be,
So-
oh, man.
Says,
Wish we could make things happen.
Yeah, you shook me all night long. He could do like what if we'll
He
believe.
would do such a good job with that song.
She was a fast machine. She kept the motor clean. Best damn woman that you ever seen. And with that, we'll leave it there, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
See ya.